ChosenCon 2024 is officially in the books, and at ChosenCon there were a ton of very exciting and super cool announcements from Dallas Jenkins and the Chosen team, from a brand new studio to 5 new projects that we can be looking forward to in this Chosen cinematic universe that we all kind of were hoping was coming, and now it's been officially revealed. So in today's video, I'm going to go over all of the huge announcements from ChosenCon, break them down for you, talk about what they mean and what you can be looking forward to over the next few years as the Chosen expands and grows this wonderful brand that they're building, from Dallas Jenkins, from Amanda Jenkins, and all of the magnificent Chosen crew. But we're going to talk about all of it today. Hello, my name is Eli Hollingsworth. Welcome back to Against the Current, The Chosen podcast, the biggest podcast about the Chosen TV series. And let's go ahead and roll that intro. Now, I do want to start off this video by saying, first of all, ChosenCon 2024 was awesome. I'm going to have kind of a vlog recap of my kind of experience at the event. I'm not really that great at vlogging, so the vlog is not the greatest vlog that you'll probably ever see, but it does conclude, I don't know, maybe some fun moments, some fun chats with some of the fans there, so that'll be exciting. You can be looking forward to that. Very, very exciting. And I just want to say, first of all, a special thank you to the Chosen team for inviting me to come out as an influencer for ChosenCon, to be invited to the Saturday social junket with some of the other incredible YouTubers and influencers, content creators who were there. At the conference, I got to meet so many cool people. Sup Chef Alex, who is he's a pizza food content creator, super cool guy, super awesome. Of course, Brandon Snipe, who we've become, he's become a great friend since our connection with the Chosen. I got to meet Brandon Robbins and his video director. Very cool. I got to meet Isaac David, who is the Daily Disciple. He's a content creator who I've seen his content a lot. I got to pass by Ruslan KD, Bless God Studios, which was awesome. So many amazing people there, and it just highlights really how great this show is to bring us all together. This housing of believers, and just in general super awesome people. And I'm just really thankful for that, because all of these people that I mentioned that I got to meet and everybody who was there at ChosenCon is just amazing. I want to say a special thank you to Christoph Hart and Isabel Dean, who were the two Chosen team members. Christoph Hart is the director of marketing for the Chosen, and Isabel Dean was also, very involved in helping us influencers out with what we needed to do and where we needed to be, and everything was just absolutely phenomenal. So huge thank you to the Chosen team, because everyone on the Chosen team is just the best. They made the whole thing super duper awesome, and even just to get a little peek, behind the curtain, talking to some of these people, some people from the security team, Red Letter Security, some of the other people who were there, and just to get a glimpse of the franticness that was happening behind the scenes, to keep everything together. Everybody was running around and trying to make sure everything was in order and everything was running smoothly for all of the wonderful fans who were there. 5,000 people. Who were at ChosenCon 2024. It's just amazing. They do such incredible work. And I don't know how they do it. They make it an absolutely amazing experience. So much better than last time, and last time was automatically super amazing. But ChosenCon was great. So let's jump into the announcements, though. So first of all, the biggest thing is that the Chosen is now going to move to 5 and 2 studios. They're no longer with Angel Studios, the former, head of production that they were under. They were under Angel Studios. They started under Angel Studios. Angel Studios invented the crowdfunding method for the Chosen that caused them to grow and where they got their start. And now there was a breach of contract and a new contract that was written between Chosen and Angel Studios, and then a kind of debacle that ensued that went into arbitration, and now the contract has been dissolved. And the Chosen and Angel Studios are no longer associated with each other in the slightest, and now the Chosen is getting to expand and move up on their own, which is great and super exciting, and I'm sure it allows them so much more freedom to do so many more things, because it really is expanding at an exponential rate and it's growing so incredibly fast. But we all were kind of expecting there to be some new projects and for this to continue, because, come on, what's next? That's the number one question everyone's been asking, and luckily now I can say, when people ask me, what are you going to do after the Chosen's over, because the Chosen's going to end, obviously now I have something to tell them. But 5 and 2 studios, super exciting. I love the logo. Love the little animatic. Very exciting. The first project that we're going to get is coming next year, and that is the Chosen Adventures. Headed up by Ryan Swanson, and an animated project that the Chosen has been working on for a few years now, is going to come out. It stars Joshua from season 1, episode 3, Jesus Loves Little Children, learning some powerful lessons. We got shown a little clip at ChosenCon, which was very exciting. But this has kind of been Daryl Eves' passion project for a while now. He wanted to do something that was more aimed directly at children. And Jonathan Rumi will get to continue his line of work as a voice actor in this show. And it will probably outlive, maybe some of us, maybe some of the current viewers. I don't know. But the idea is that going to kind of run and go on for a long time now. I believe the actors of Abigail and Joshua are not returning, which makes sense because they've gotten a little older since season 1, episode 3, and maybe their voices are a little deeper. But with voice acting in the animated realm, things can run for much, much longer, and maybe this will outlast even definitely the Chosen original show. But super exciting nonetheless. It's going to be interesting at least. Maybe not something that we cover as much on this channel because there maybe won't be as much to break down and discuss as far as Easter eggs or discrete details are concerned or hidden meanings, that kind of thing. But still exciting, something that's going to definitely be a great thing in this community and something that families will enjoy watching, and it'll just be great for the kids to experience because kids still love The Chosen, but it's obviously more directly aimed at adults, kind of, but very, very exciting. The Chosen Adventures. It stars Paul Walker Hauser, who is from Cobra Kai, and that's pretty cool. He's always been kind of involved. I think he was at the premiere, or he was on the list to be at the premiere of Season 4 in LA. So he's kind of been a fan of the show I've known for a while, and it's kind of cool to see him finally get involved. There's going to be a talking sheep. He plays talking sheep. There's going to be talking pigeon and some other cool, interesting characters. And it just seems like it'll be some zany animated fun. I'm a big animation fan. I'm a lifelong animation fan. I love animated projects, and this is exciting to me. I really am excited to see the Chosen Adventures and what it's going to kind of bring to this Chosen universe.
Let's give a really warm Chosen welcome to Bear Grylls. He's here tonight.
But next is the Bear Grylls show, Chosen in the Wild. And this is with Bear Grylls, who, I'm going to be honest, guys, and I feel kind of guilty admitting this, but I have no idea who Bear Grylls is. I have no clue. I've never seen anything, any of his shows. My dad had never heard of him. But everyone I know, like all of my friends, I got back from ChosenCon, was like, a lot of my friends, I was like, or I texted one of my friends actually during the conference who likes kind of outdoorsy, adventurous shows, and I was like, do you know who Bear Grylls is by chance? He was like, oh yeah, I used to watch him all the time. I was talking to some other friends when I got back from ChosenCon, like, do you guys know who Bear Grylls might be? And they were like, oh yeah, we watch Bear Grylls, or we know his shows, he's done this, that. And I was like, how have I never heard of this guy? But very, very exciting. Very cool. I've seen like shows like his. I know what the idea is. It's not hard to get the concept, okay? But I have actually never seen anything that he's done, which is interesting. But the Bear Grylls show, it's going to be chosen actors put in these extreme situations. With Bear Grylls, he's done a lot of this type of thing with celebrities in the past. And the fact that he's doing just a new show, just centered around the Chosen, apparently he's a big Chosen fan, is really exciting. And I'm interested to see what this is going to entail. It's going to be a fun project for us to watch, an unscripted, just kind of adventure and like a reality show type thing. And that's exciting. I mean, I like that. That's a different idea in the Chosen brand. It's going to be interesting to see. Not something that's so heavy and emotional and leaves us all crying after every episode. It's going to be something a little bit more lighthearted and fun, like the Chosen Adventures. So that's exciting. I don't know what it'll be, but very exciting. It was with Noah James and Luke Dimian and Paris and Elizabeth Tabish. So, yeah, he's got a few actors in there, and we'll see how that show goes, but super exciting. And that'll be coming in 2026, by the way. The Chosen Adventures will be coming next year. The Bear Grylls show will be coming in 2026, just so everybody knows. We're clear on release dates here. We gave a roadmap for these future projects. But after that, we've got something else that's really, really exciting, and that is Joseph, the show. And from the image that they showed us, the Joseph with the coat of many colors, which was an interesting choice. I honestly wasn't expecting this. I don't think anybody else was. None of us were really, clamoring for a Joseph coat of many colors show in particular. But super interesting and super exciting. But Dallas did not say that he specifically will be going to direct this one. So maybe someone else will step in and head up this project, which it sounds like is very likely because it's going to come out before Season 7. which will probably release in 2027, season 7. So this will probably be a 2026, like late 2026, early 2027 release date. Um, but yeah, the son of Jacob, who gets sold into slavery and then becomes Pharaoh and helps his family out during a famine. A very interesting Bible story, and one that I'm really excited to see the Chosen's spin on it, how it fits into the Chosen world. It's not going to be specifically directed by Dallas Jenkins. It might be. It probably will, but it's going to come out before season 7. So maybe while Dallas is, working his butt off trying to get season 6 and 7 off the ground and completed to be the best that they can be, someone else is going to step in and head up this project. Now the thing is about this show is that it's going to be a limited series, which means it's still going to be a TV show per se, but it's going to be like the Bible television show from about 10 years ago, maybe a little over, where it's going to be probably around 8 episodes, but just one season. It'll be one story that gets played out over 8 episodes, and then it's done. Not multi-season like The Chosen 7 seasons. But after that, we have something that should really come as no shock to anybody, really, but The Way of The Chosen, which is the show that we'll be covering.
The book of Acts. Is that a surprise?
And we were all clamoring for this. I think this is probably the number one requested show that The Chosen covered. The number one content, the after the resurrection, the start of the early church, following the apostles, in their journey after their time with Jesus, which means we'll get the apostle Paul and all these other characters, Matthias, so many incredible characters in the Luke's sequel to his gospel, written by Luke, which is super exciting. The Way of the Chosen. I can't wait for that. To have the confirmation finally that it's coming is super, reassuring and exciting, and I'm super hyped. But I mean, yeah, we knew this was coming. They had to. It's just obviously it's the obvious next step, and since this thing is growing so rapidly, it's just like, yeah, of course they're gonna do the Acts. Not assume. We don't want to assume anything because Dallas and the team are working so hard to make sure the Chosen is good as it can be. They don't want to think about anything else after that, right? But we were like, come on. They got to do the Acts of the Apostles. It's going to be a whole other ballpark. There's some really interesting stories in there, but I'm sure it'll be amazing. And I think all of us are really, really excited for that. But the final announcement that we got in terms of new projects coming from 5 and 2 Studios, the Chosen's new production studio at ChosenCon, we got The Book of Moses, which will be directed by Dallas Jenkins, as well as The Way of the Chosen, by the way. 3 seasons, the story of Moses and the Israelites. This is exciting. This is one that someone that I talked to that will be in my vlog video said that they wanted to see, and it's really, really interesting. It's one, Dallas always talks about these Red Sea moments. That's something they talk about when they get to, kind of the end of themselves and they are just fully reliant on God. They've had these Red Sea moments in the show, so it's kind of like been on their hearts, this Moses story, and it's really cool. I mean, I'm really excited to see the Dallas portray the story of Moses over the course of 3 seasons. It's going to be really exciting. No. I will say, I was talking to Daryl Eves after the announcements, and he says that none of these are really, except for the Bear Grylls show, The Chosen Adventures, but the Book of Moses, The Way of the Chosen, Joseph, are not really, no progress has really been made on these. Like, these are just like, hey, this is what's coming next. Here's a little sneak peek. Like, yes, we are doing more. So nothing is really, no ground has really been broken on these, but still super exciting to know that they're on the horizon, that they are coming, that this thing is going to continue, especially for people like me and Brandon Knight from The Chosen Sleuth, who are like, like people are like, what are you going to do after The Chosen's over? Then your job is over, right? Because this is your main income. And we're like, I don't know. But yeah, they're doing more. So now we can be like, well, actually, they've got a few more shows on the way. So, but yes, man, when I tell you that this was like a Marvel Comic-Con moment, I kind of mentioned that to some of the actors in my interviews. It really was, man. Like, it was like a, phase 2. The Chosen Cinematic Universe is finally here, and that's really, really exciting. This gets to continue, that more stories from the Bible get to be portrayed in the television form and shown to a greater audience, and that this brand gets to grow and people get to hear more about it and experience incredible storytelling from incredibly creative people, and then get to see these stories that all shape our faith and our worldview, and give us examples of how we're supposed to walk in faith from the Bible. This is really Really, really cool. Now, the thing that I was wondering, and the thing that Dallas kind of mentioned there is, where did all this extra money come from? Because the Chosen is very clear about this crowdfunding method and being open and honest with us. But then if they're completely open and honest about everything, then we get no surprises like this. Like they list for every episode of The Chosen funding how close every episode is to being fully funded, and obviously none of these were even listed as projects that needed funding from the crowdsourcing method. So that's why none of us knew about them. So where did all this extra money come from? I'm guessing Dallas kind of mentioned, whether that money comes from our distributor or our company or our investors or the Come and See Foundation or an exclusive streamer, which I'm pretty sure is going to be like Amazon. The director of marketing, I think, for The Chosen, or the CCO of marketing or whatever, he mentioned before that they would like to move to one exclusive streamer. So that means instead of being on Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, all these other streaming platforms, like all of them at once, they'd just be on one exclusively, but that one streamer, like say Amazon Prime, would pay them more money to have them be a more prominently featured show on their home sections. Like this is an Amazon Prime exclusive, so whether that money comes from that or anything else, he promises that they will remain the same, though. That's the most important thing. They'll remain humble. They will stay the same person. Him and Amanda and the rest of the crew, they won't change or, get the fame, let the fame get to their heads. And we know that Dallas, is the right person for this. We all trust him because of his experience and his story and what led him to starting The Chosen. I think this is all in very good hands. But these are all very, very exciting announcements. Now, we got some other announcements about season 5, 6, and 7. Some really cool announcements that I do want to talk about as well, but that's going to have to wait for another video. So here's just all the announcements that are coming for the Chosen Cinematic Universe, all the new projects that were announced at ChosenCon. My thoughts on them, all super exciting. I can't wait to see each and every one of these. They're going to be great because the filmmakers behind The Chosen are really great. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications, all that great stuff. Comment down below. Which one are you most excited to see? What are your thoughts on these big announcements? Let me know down below in the comments. And I'll try to post my vlog from ChosenCon soon. It's not the most impressive video I've made, so I'm having a little trouble editing it because I'm like, this isn't great. I'm not the best at vlogging, but hopefully you'll still check it out or tune in. Make sure to see that. I'll have a few more Chosen videos coming on the horizon, so make sure to check those out. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Binge Jesus.